Hello dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Mukesh English. In this video, we are going to analyze William Shakespeare's famous sonnet, sonnet number 106, When in the Chronicle of Wasted Time. William Shakespeare was a renowned English poet, playwright, and actor born in 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon. His birthday is most commonly celebrated on 23rd April, which is also believed to be the date he died in 1616. Shakespeare was a prolific writer during the Elizabethan and Jacobean ages of British literature, sometimes called the English Renaissance or the early modern period. Shakespeare's plays are perhaps his most enduring legacy, but they are not all he wrote. Shakespeare's poems are also known popular to this day. He is often called as England's national poet and the Bard of Avon. He composed 54 sonnets, 37 plays, and 3 long narrative poems. Sonnet 106 is written in iambic pentameter, and the rhyming scheme is ABAB, CD, EF, EF, GG, the regular pattern of William Shakespeare sonnets. The first 8 lines of this poem form one complete sentence and convey the idea that old books that waxed eloquent about the appearance of ladies and knights were attempting in the way to describe the sort of beauty possessed by the fair youth. The turn occurs in the 9th line when William Shakespeare opines that those earlier sorts of works therefore become, in a way, prophecies, foretelling the fair youth's existence, but lacked the skill to sing the fair youth's actual worth. Shakespeare's final couplet turns his examination of the subject matter of the poem around in his hand again, moving a bit more deeply into what he's saying. Sonnet 106. When in the chronicle of wasted time, I see descriptions of the fairest waits and beauty making beautiful old rhyme in praise of ladies dead and lovely knights, then, in the blazon of sweet beauty's best, of hand, of foot, of lip, of eye, of brow, I see the antique pen would have expressed even such a beauty as you master now. So all the praises are but prophecies of this our time, all you prefiguring, and for they looked, but with divining eyes, they had not skill enough or your worth to sing, for we, which now behold these present days, have eyes to wonder, but lack tongues to praise. Paraphrasing of the poem, when in history books I read descriptions of the most beautiful men and women, their beauty shining through the old poetry, making it beautiful, written to praise those who lived long ago. In the record of the most beautiful parts, whether it is hand, foot, lip, eye, or forehead, the poets of old would have risen to the challenge of representing even your beauty. All the praises were really about you, though you were not alive yet. Since they only saw you as a premonition, they were unable to praise you adequately, but I, who look upon you now, cannot write words beautiful enough to represent you. So in this poem, William Shakespeare connects past time with the beauty of his present lover. He says that in books of historic times, he reads poems about beauty inspired by women from that time. He realizes that beauty described in the ancient times is a prophecy describing the beauty of his current lover. Time is presented in such a way that Shakespeare makes it seem as if the writers of ancient times had the gift of prophecy and could tell the future, predicting the beauty of Shakespeare's lover. William Shakespeare starts the very first line of the sonnet with a mention of the past time, saying, when he sees the descriptions of the fairest youths in the historical documents of the past, he goes through the poetic output of the ancient times to glance at the poems written in praise of great ladies and handsome knights. However, when he sees this young man's hands, feet, lips, brows, compared to the beautiful descriptions given in those poems, he thinks that the ancient poets would have expressed this beauty of the young men more expertly and in beautiful terms. These lines set the stage for the main idea that the beauty of the youth excels at the beautiful descriptions given in the poetry and the ancient historical documents. William Shakespeare further says that although the writers of the ancient times have praised beauties of the great ladies and the knights, when those descriptions are compared with the beauty of the young men who are present now, it seems that all those praises are just prophecies. It also seems that they have already prefigured this beauty. Although the writers of the ancient times look with the eyes full of prophecies, they do not possess the skill to write good poetry or ballads in the glory of the beauty of this youth. This is the final couplet of the sonnet. It states that the poet, along with other writers, tells that as they are now present and look at the beauty of the youth, they are surprised to see that even now the poets do not have the skill to capture the beauty of such a fair youth. Only the poet, William Shakespeare, dares to state that as no other writer has ever stated the same thing. This couplet contributes to the main idea of the beauty of the youth by saying that even now there's a dearth of poets who can write poems about the beauty of such a youth. The themes in this sonnet, obsession, praise, love, and beauty, are the poem's central themes. This poem is primarily about the speaker's obsession with his friend's beauty. He thinks nothing in the world can beat him in beauty and looks. He even feels that historical writings did not mention the beauty of old times. Instead, the ancient writers foreshadowed the beauty of the fair youth in their love poems. Unfolds that when a person falls in love, he makes his love the center of attraction. Unlike the speaker, every man thinks his beloved is the most beautiful person in the world. In the Sonnet 106, the following literary devices have been employed. We find here alliteration, personification, and metaphors. Dear friends, thank you so much for watching this video. You can reach me at mukeshenglish@gmail.com. Please do subscribe the channel, click on the like button for more videos on literature, workbook, pronunciation, grammar, communication skills, presentation skills, interview skills. Stay in tune with Mukesh English. Thank you once again.